Uh, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting.
No problem. Can you hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, it's so clear.
Okay.
Uh, I will be setting up something and I will be opening my camera, but am I the first presenter or? Uh,
You will be the second presenter. The first
okay.
presenter will be Dr. Nalini from Malaysia. Is it okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So the lecture will be led by my colleague, Miss Dinda. Okay ya. Okay, please, Miss Dinda.
Baik, kita mulai saja ya, Pak. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dear participant, please turn on your camera and keep your microphones mute during the session. Thank you for your cooperation. Oke, teman-teman boleh dinyalain kameranya ya. Okay, Alhamdulillahirrabbilalamin. Praise to be Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala for blessing and mercy, so we can gather together in the international guest lecture today. Salawat and salam to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Let us begin the seven prayer reciting Basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dinda Aslam Nurul Hida, and I'm a lecturer from the Agribusiness Study program, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. I will be your moderator for today's session. On behalf of the Agribusiness Study Program, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, I would like to warmly welcome the Head of Agribusiness Study Program UMY, Associate Prof. Juhud Razaki, our speakers, Associate Prof. Nalini Arumugam from University Sultan Zainal Abidin. How are you, Miss Nalini?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Great. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Miss Nalini. And Mr. Yigit Ulukent from Ankara University. How are you, Mr.? Okay, all lecturer and student joining for today. This internal guest lecture is part of the social dynamic course aimed to giving student international perspective and new insight about society and global issue. Before we begin the main session, let us our welcoming remarks from the head of Agribusiness Study Program, Mr. Yigit Ulukent, Ph.D. This time it's yours, sir.
Thank you, Bu Dinda, for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Uh, First, I would like to thanks to Associate Professor Dr. Nalini Arumugam from University Malaysia Terengganu. I'm sorry, University Sultan Zainal Abidin in Terengganu, Malaysia. Yeah, because both university is my close colleague. Yeah, because she always accept my invitation. Any invitation I send to her, always she accept it. I really happy. I really appreciate that kind of collaboration. Yeah. And then second speaker will be my brother from Turkey, Mr. Yigit Ulukent, a Ph.D. candidate from Ankara University. Thank you also, Mr. Yigit Ulukent always accept my invitation to any invitation that I send to him. He always happy to help me, so I really appreciate that too. So this kind of collaboration, I hope will always continue, yeah, not only for this course. And then today lecture, a guest lecture, we will talk about the community dynamics, and we will see from the point of view in Malaysia and also from Turkey. I hope that it can increase our knowledge, our insight regarding the different community dynamics in Indonesia compared to within Malaysia and Turkey. I think that's all my opening, and also I want to remind to all students that don't forget to do the attendance in week 9, and also you need to have the resume the today's presentation from both presenter or both speaker, and then upload in week 9. I think that's all my opening. Thank you again, Dr. Nalini and my brother, Mr. Yigit Ulukent, for accepting our invitation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much, Mr. Juhur Razaki, Ph.D, for the welcoming remarks and encouragement. Ladies and gentlemen, today we will have two presentation session. Each speaker will presentation for around 30 to 40 minutes. And after both presentation, we will continue with the question and answer session. And now let us continue with our first speakers. Our first speakers today is Nalini Arumugam from University Sultan Zainal Abidin. She's an associate professor with expert in English language studies. Her research interests include teaching English as a second language, communication, and creative learning approaches. She is also active in international conference, research collaboration, and Scopus Index publication. Today, she will share valuable insight and experience with us. Well, please welcome Associate Prof. Dr. Nalini Arumugam. The time is yours, ma'am.
Thank you, dear moderator, Ibu Dinda. And it's my great pleasure to be part of this wonderful platform. And definitely, whenever Dr. Zuhud call me, I definitely will come and join in because the love and care he gave us is wonderful. When I'm there, he will take care of me as his big sister. And thank you, Dr. Zuhud, Associate Professor Dr. Zuhud Rosaki, for your generosity and always invite us. And my dear friend from Turkey, this is the first time I'm meeting him, Dr. Yigit Ulukent, and a warm greeting from Malaysia. Nice knowing you in this platform. Without further delay, let me share my slide. Ibu Dinda. Can you see my slide, is it?
Very clear, Doctor, very clear.
Thank you, thank you. All done, okay. Sorry. Hi. Screening.
But we cannot
Hold on,
see now. Yeah.
Hold on. Something. Okay. Now can see, Doctor.
Yes, can.
Okay. So my title today will be on the heart of the field. Because Dr. Zuhud asked me to present on social dynamic among the farmer community. And I was like focusing on Indonesia rather than Malaysia. But never mind, I can compare to Malaysia as well while I'm doing this presentation. And I hope student can be with me. Student, can you show me any emoji that emoji of love ke apa ke untuk bagi saya motivation dulu? Motivate me. Okay, I hope student can hear me clearly. Can you hear, student? Hello? Boleh dengar adik-adik? Okay, let me start with, of course, a greeting from Unisa, myself, and a simple question. I need to ask, before I start, I need to ask question to student, what make a village of farmers successful? What make a village of farmers successful? It is the soil, tanah ke? It is the rain, hujan ke? Or it is the seeds? I just want answer from the student. What do you think will make a farm very successful? Meko, you want to answer, Meko? Everyone quiet. Hope they can hear me. The audio is okay. Okay, if your answer is, if you say it is seeds, it's no, it is not the rain. Actually, it is the people in the farm. The people in the farm that who make the farm successful. Even though we need, yes, we need seed, we need rain, we need fertilizer, everything. But if people never work together, and we cannot see the success of the farm. Okay, and main failure of any farm is the disorganization of the people. People means here I'm referring to the farm. Okay, so let us look into the definition of what is social dynamic. What is social dynamic? Slide boleh tengok ah. Okay, okay. Social dynamic are the unwritten rules that govern how people in a community live, interact, support each other. That is the simple definition that easily can understand by every student here. Hope they don't have any audio problem. They can hear me. Okay. So that is the important element where earlier when I mentioned the success of the farm, the success is determined by the people rather than the seed or soil or the rain. Okay, so how this is considered unwritten rules. It's not written in any books. Okay, it's like verbal communication. The heart and the soul only can talk these rules. Okay, that is. So how these rules been built? How these rules been captured or developed? Okay, so it's based on the trust, it's based on the mutual aid, and it's based on the knowledge. Knowledge again is not written in a book, the knowledge sharing, the knowledge, verbal knowledge sharing. So that is what all about social dynamic that we are going to talk today. Social dynamic. When we referring to SDG, sustainable development goal, we have three dimension, big dimension. One is on economy, one is on environmental, and one important determinant is on social itself. So the social need to be together, unite to achieve the goal. Okay, when we talk in the farming, of course, is the yield that we are talking about. Okay, so that is on the social dynamic briefly before I want to go dwell on this topic. Okay, so we are going to talk about why it is important to understand the farmers. Not on the farming, why we need to understand the farmer, because they are the key to change the agriculture. They are the one who want to innovate the agriculture. They are the one who are going to move agriculture to a smart agriculture. So that's why we need to understand this group, farm group. Okay. So as I mentioned, social dynamics sound like big, like bombastic, fancy word. Okay. But really, it's very simple. We are going to learn about people, how they interact among them, among that community. Okay, so for example, we all have our neighbor, jiran. Okay, jiran kampung lah. Okay, so normally what we will borrow, like today when I want to cook, okay, I want to make my tom yum and I don't have onion and I really cannot go out. If I go out, I don't have time to conduct this class. I just went to my neighbor and asked onion. Okay, this is the relationship that occur in the farm. Community of farm. Okay, so this the one that I mentioned about unwritten rule. Okay, unwritten rule. When you go and ask, definitely they will give you. Okay, and this Putani or the farmers are with wonderful souls. They definitely will help each other. Okay, definitely will help each other. Okay, you don't play. Normally, we don't play loud music in Malaysia during night time. It's forbidden. Okay, because we know it's going to disturb other people. Okay, that is about social dynamic. Yeah, the relationship that we are talking about. Okay, when azan is in Malaysia, is when azan is playing or we hear the azan, we never play any loud music. It's common sense. Okay, common sense. So if just for example any funeral in your kampung, okay, sesiapa mati, all of us will go and help each other. That is what we are talking today. That is the dynamic thing, the important thing, and very unique thing that is built without any teaching or learning. It's in you, in you. Okay, so in farmer communities, these unwritten rules are everything. They are the infrastructure of the village, more important than roads or building. So the three key again on the slide 2, the three key, the main three key is on the trust, mutual aid, and the knowledge. Okay, so what is the trust? Trust will make you and me together. And why me and Dr. Zuhud having a good relationship? Because each of us trusts. And our relationship is like almost like 4 to 5 years already. Because the friendship, and even though it's a friendship, because each other can communicate, we are communicate same language. Okay, so that's why the trust is there. And when Dr. Zuhud already start his kata-kata aluan tadi, when welcoming speech, and he said that anytime when he called, we are here for him because of the friendship and the trust. Okay, the same thing in the farmer community as well. Okay, mutual aid is like as just now I said, help each other. Help each other. Whenever there is a need, emergency, we will come down and help people. And on talk about knowledge, it's not written in the book, but it's in us, the value that we are carrying. Okay, the value in form of maybe it's from the observation, from our experience, okay, from the sharing. Okay, so these all called as a unwritten rules. Okay, and three main element of this unwritten rules is based on the trust, based on the mutual aid, and based on the knowledge that they have. Okay, so let me move to the, because they give only 40 minutes. If you allow me to talk, I will talk only. Okay. So here is a surprising fact from the reading that I had. 80% of local farming innovation come from neighborly talk. Innovation is not something that you need to go and learn, or I have to go to train. Yeah, definitely you need to go to training. You need to go to what? A section workshop, banker, yeah, definitely. But 80% of innovation in farm occur or exist because of the communication, the network they have. Okay, they talk in the warung. When they're talking in the warung, innovation can be made for farming activity. So that is what when I come across, it was very interesting when they say farming is a team sport where 80% of local innovation comes from neighborly talk, just talking by verbally talk, not from the textbook and not from the formal training. Okay, why do some villages strive while some others struggle? Often it is not because of the soil quality, because it's the strength of the social network, the ability of them to learn together, to teach together, and grow together. That is the wonderful thing when we are talking about these farmers, the farmer community, everything. So, social dynamic determine how quickly a community adapt new technology and how well they survive climate crises. Okay, it's all by verbal and very fast reaction, very fast move. Okay, so all because of this social network. And this social network surprisingly start in the warung, kampong by talking. And by talking only, they can develop this social network. Okay, farming is, of course, it's not solo job. Again, it's a team sport, as I mentioned. Okay, so of course, there is an element of social capital. This is the currency for the relationship. Okay, and under the social capital, we have three main elements that we need to look into: the bonding, the preaching, and the linking. Okay, there are the three main elements. Okay, when we talk about the bonding, it's a strong ties between the family and between the community. Okay, this is your emergency help. When you are sick or you are in trouble, these are the people who show up first. If when I fall down here, definitely my Jira will come and help me. By the time my family come here, it will take 7 hours. By flight is 1 hour. Of course, the immediate people will be the neighbor. Okay, any community setting, the immediate people will be the people beside us. They will come and help us. Okay, that is the bonding that we are talking. What is the bridging? Bridging means bridging the weak with the stronger. Okay, you bridge them, you join them. Okay, so this bring new information, new learning, and new innovation. Okay, again, innovation is not something that involves technology. No, new method, new way, new approach, all call under innovation. Okay, that linking, of course, we need government, we need some agency, we need NGOs, okay, and we need banks to support the community activity, especially in farmer community. Okay, so if linking means normally the training, the what loans, project, grant. Okay, so each type of social capital serve a distinct purpose. From emergency support to accessing new information and large scale resources. Okay, in Malaysia we have Lembaga Pertubuhan Perladang. We have so many agencies under Kementerian Pertanian dan Security Makanan. Now they changed the name, security, where we are everyone. I think globally security is become an issue. Okay, so security, food security is an issue now. Okay, because we are having an increasing population and with the climate changes, and we have to make sure we have enough food in our table. All the nation, they have to have enough food in a table. Okay, so government in Malaysia, yes, government give a lot of subsidies, fund, grant, project, not only for the Petani or Petani group or the farmer community, but also to make the youngster, youth, like adik-adik, and in this platform today, to participate in activity, farming activity, agriculture activity. That is a must. Because they feel agriculture is dirty work and they are not interested. But by giving a monetary reward, we believe, Malaysian government believe that that can be attraction to the youth community. Okay. So far, okay, everyone boleh dengar ataupun buka lepas tu tak dengar. Semua okay, hope everyone is okay. Okay. So when we talk about tadi adalah capital. Capital. So capital is a currency of relationship. So social capital. Social capital. Okay, social capital again can be embraced or can be developed or designed based on the bonding, bridging, and linking. So when bonding, we need support. When bridging, we need information. And for linking, we need reserve from the government. Okay. So I don't know how many minutes I got. So adik-adik memang pernah dengar perkataan gotong royong. Gotong royong di Malaysia pun kita guna gotong royong. Okay, classic Indonesian and as well as Malaysian example of social dynamic in practice. Farmers work together during hours or irrigation repair without any direct payment. Why we call it gotong royong? Here they will masa, the ladies especially, they will cook, the guys will be in the farm side, for example, paddy field. Okay, during harvesting period, waktu menua itu memang is like celebration, singing, they enjoy, they gossip, everything will happen over there. During harvesting, the mood will be different. It's like, for me, it's look like a celebration. They're having fun, everything, even though it's like tired. Definitely, working in sun is tired, but they enjoy. So gotong royong is one of the main element when we talk on the social capital. So today, like for example, based on Pretty J, 2003 on social capital and the collective management of resources. Okay. I quote from her book, I help you today, knowing you will help me when I'm sick or I need my tractor brake. Okay, so win-win situation. I help you, you help me. I scratch your shoulder, you scratch mine. So that is the concept when we talk about farming community lah. Student can stop me if you don't understand. I don't know, they can hear. Ibu Dinda, mereka boleh dengar kan? Okay.
Boleh,
Saya
Dokter.
takut mereka tahu. So gotong royong mu, it means mutual cooperation. And in Malaysia, farmers still practice till today, as I mentioned. If one farmer is harvesting, normally other farmer or the neighbor or the community will come and help each other. Of course, no payment, but normally they will give food lah. Because that is the culture. That is the value quite long already. I think in Indonesia we are similar actually in the culture and everything. So it's a similar process. I assume that is a similar process lah. Of course, it is like a bank account of kindness. You deposit help and you withdraw help later. Okay, so it's like bank account. You deposit help and you will withdraw the help later lah. Okay, so now we look at the following slide, communication. This is important element. Communication is the process where we individual communication or two-way communication, one-way or two-way communication, where we when we communicate, we share information. So that's why I put there the information pipeline. Okay, so communication among them. Okay, as I mentioned earlier in my previous slide, I said their communication take place in warung, kedai-kedai, rumah-rumah orang, rumah-rumah orang. Normally they in kampung, we all know how the kampung people, they love to sit in a veranda because I'm staying in near kampung. Veranda, we call it like a path where they sit, they gossip, they minum tea, makan-makan kuih, okay? And even though they gossip, they even talk about their activity, whatever activity, agriculture activity they are doing. So where they learn, where the process of learning is occurring during the talking. Even though it's not a formalized conversation, it's informal, definitely informal, but sharing is happening there in the informal setting. Formal means we have book, we have to follow the standard of operating procedure, everything. Okay, in kampung or in village, we cannot see the formal setting. We won't feel the formal setting. All is informal setting. But again, knowledge are transferring, knowledge are shared, and values also shared. Okay, so there are, for example, they will talk about the pest attack. Pest attack. They talk about, okay, the banjir. Okay, I think in 2 weeks' time, there will be a flood. So what we going to do? What going to happen to our yield? What will happen to my paddy? What will happen to my chili? Chili is easily can attack by pest. It's attractive. Chili, because of the color, is easily attract any insect. And this insect can damage the plant easily. Okay, all this to overcome their problem in the farming, it's all the talking will be happen in the warung, the communication and the information. The communication is the information pipeline. Okay, so we will have the third place hub, the warung, and we have the lead farmer. Of course, dekat Malaysia kita ada ketua kampung lah. Dekat Indonesia, I don't know how they address. Okay, dekat Malaysia kita panggil ketua kampung. Okay, ataupun ketua jawatan kuasa kampung kecil. So whatever fund from government will transfer to the community. Okay, so the main person will be the ketua kampung. The ketua kampung will distribute the fund to the other members. So normally there will be a signing, arrangement, everything lah. So always the leader will get the first information. And after that, the leader will distribute the information to others in terms of new training ke, ataupun organic fertilizer ke, the new seed, new variety, all will given to the ketua kampung, because a lot of kampung, small kampung, so easily, if there is a ketua, it's easy to transmit or transfer the knowledge, then ketua will transfer the knowledge to other members of the community. Okay, so far okay, I think, okay. So now we talk about the modern fence line. When we talk about modern, it's not so much of modern. WhatsApp is a modern, it's a communication tool now. Even farmer group in Malaysia, I believe in Indonesia or any other country also, they will have this small group. Where so I'm actually to Dr. Zuhur and Dr. Dinda in Malaysia, because I involved in paddy survey and I involved in coconut survey. So what they make, the ketua of these two crop, they put us in the WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp group there is I think 200 or 250 farmers. So every day they will share information of the clubber, which clubber is better. Some farmer they prefer pandan, some farmer prefer what matak, the duff, the pokok-pokok yang pendek. But in Terengganu the famous is pandang lah, pandang. And other variety of short tree, the clubber, the duff variety also we have matak, we have SGG, we call it Sungai Golok-Golok variety. So each of these farmer will share information about their coconut variety. And when they want to do the selling, how they do the TikTok, use the TikTok as a medium to sell their product. All of this will be shared in the WhatsApp group. Okay, the active group right now is the coconut group lah. The paddy only will active during the subsidy time and during the when government want to release the subsidy or want to give fertilizer, everything, they will be very busy lah. But the ultimate, this group is very active. The coconut group is very active. In that is what I know lah. Okay, so information spread in a second. Photos of pests can be shared in experts instantly, enabling rapid community response. Okay, in WhatsApp group you can do marvelous in WhatsApp now. And so sorry, I put in Indonesia punya element. I thought I need to talk about Indonesia rather than Malaysia. Sorry, Dr. Zul. Market access. We also have, in Malaysia, we have Federal Agriculture Marketing Authority. Where all the price of crops, semua dalam web page. Market access, harga setiap hari, every day the price is fluctuate, turun naik. It's not fixed. So all can be even three type of price. One is farm gate price, wholesaler price, and we will have retailer price. Okay, so the information is shared, and we have a weather app as well. Okay, in Indonesia, like for example here Jakarta and Surabaya, directly from the field to avoid middleman and secure better return. Okay, so in Malaysia, involvement of middleman is they are trying to cut short the involvement of middleman. And we have the weather apps as well. Information are given by extension officer to all this community, farmer community. So they can plan, they can schedule their crop. When they need to plant the crop, when to hours, yield, the growing process, everything can be determined there. Okay, so third section, labor and trust. Again, you see, on the social dynamic, trust is the big element, important element and critical element as well. Okay. Again, I put trust as a currency, currency of exchanging here. Trust in a village is like credit in a bank. You build it by helping other, okay, and spend it when you need help in return. For example, tractor. Tractor because it's very expensive. Okay. Normally the ketua will buy the tractor. Okay. Then the tractor will be used by others. Okay. So it's expensive machine. So everyone will share. Share. Okay. Today I use this tractor. Maybe tomorrow you use the tractor for your farm field. Okay. 2 hours for whatever activity lah. Okay, expensive machine are often bought collectively. Who get it first, trust and social status decide the schedule, not a formal contract. So in Malaysia, okay, so as I said, all kampung-kampung, ketua kampung will decide who will use first. And no what misunderstanding or no fighting, no. Okay, they understand. Okay, I will get the tractor on 16th of May. Okay, today is my day. So others already know, so they never come and disturb. Okay, so mutual understanding. But it's not written in anywhere. So again, this is unspoken ledger of reciprocity, keeps community functioning without any bureaucracy. Any bureaucracy. Without bureaucracy, life is much more easier actually. Very easy. Okay. So one of the most pressing challenges facing by farming community is the urban shift. In Malaysia, we also from rural area they shift to urban. Okay, so why? Because there is less opportunity. Okay, in urban they can make fast money. If they are involved in agriculture activities, the monies are not that luxury or wonderful. Okay, so these are the perception of the young people currently, and that's why they are moving forward for shifting to urban. Okay, so this is the information, okay, on this shifting. How many youth staying in agriculture is 80% during 90s, and youth staying in agriculture during 1990s is 45%, and youth staying in agriculture 2024 is 30%. The percentage is it's reducing, but that's why I said in Malaysian government we have so much of fund run for the entrepreneurs, and especially for the youth entrepreneurs to involve. And currently, even though it's not very drastic increase, but there is slightly the numbers are increasing. Okay. Oh, sorry. Alalama. Okay. Can see the slide, Can see the slide, Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
it's
let us
visible.
talk on apa?
Sorry. Yes, it's visible. I can see.
Can see,
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, now we talk on the collective action. You see, in Malaysia, and again, and the same in Indonesia, most of the farmers, 94% of farmers in Malaysia are considered small scale farmers. Okay, that's why my supervisor actually, Prof. Datin Paduka, Prof. Fatima Arshad, she was really pushing the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to come up with the koperasi for petani. Okay, there is koperasi, but not in big number. Okay, why? Because when they join the cooperative, they have a bigger voice. Suara mereka besar, they can demand a better price for their yield. Right? Because due to their size, very small. So they need to be in one big group to make noise. Okay, that's why we need collective action, power in numbers. When individuals unite around shared goals, community become resilient. Contohnya Bali Subak system is one of the world most sophisticated example for collective agriculture management. If you want to see very what do we call it, fair or a wonderful infrastructure of this cooperative, normally they will ask us to refer to India. Northern part of India, a lot of farmer cooperative success. Success means they are having average income of reasonable average income, and they are beyond the poverty level. And especially on the dairy industry, northern side of India. Uttar Pradesh. So in Malaysia, in Terengganu, where I'm staying right now, we have Ketara. Ketara means they have a cooperative under Ketara. All the paddy farmers are joined together. Okay, and when they are joined together, they can demand a better price from Bernas, because Bernas is the only sole distributor in Malaysia. Quite more long they are monopolized the beras industry. Okay, so to get a better price from the Bernas. So when individual unite again, share goals, community become resilient. Okay, and one good example is Subak system, Bali Subak system. Okay, so what is a Subak system? It's on the democratic, spiritual, and efficient. Why they are success? Simple, because they are every farmer have a vote in water allocation decision. No hierarchy override community consensus. Spiritual, where they see when there is one time I gave on agriculture innovation, talk on agriculture innovation, I think with Dr. Zuhud also, but I face to face in Yogyakarta with the student. When we talk on the innovation, acceptance of innovation among Malaysian farmer is higher compared to Indonesia farmer. Why? Indonesia farmer hold agriculture as a budaya, warisan. Okay, so for them the ritual is very, very important. Okay, for them the ritual, for them when they have to safeguard the ritual activity. It's not only Subak on Bali or all the agriculture. Actually, that is what I read about a certain article, that when I go through, the warisan, they want to jaga the warisan. Okay, so maybe that not allow the senior citizen to involve in innovation. That's why the number, when we see at the innovation agriculture, Malaysia perform much more better compared to Indonesia because of the nak jaga warisan. So safeguard the culture value in agriculture activities. Okay, and again efficient. A big element or important element, and they manage to manage a complex irrigation across hundreds of farms with zero electronic. So it's all developed or designed due to pure social coordination. So all because of the community, the unity among the community. So make the Subak system to be very successful. Okay.
Dr.
Let
Nalini,
me, yeah,
do you hear me?
a few more like,
Yeah.
okay, I know.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr.
Then
Nalini.
Dr.
Sorry.
Zood gave me 40 minutes. I was thinking, I cannot finish in 40 minutes. Okay, farmer. Okay, when we talk about farmer group, okay, let me finish very fast. Okay, why we want a group of farmer? Because the one collective buying. When you buy collectively, you buy in bulk, big quantity, and you will have a better price for that buying, and you can reduce the cost of production. Joint selling, better bargaining with big buyers or hypermarket. You want to sell your produce in hypermarket, so you will have a better price. Definitely that will lead to higher income for members. And training hub, we have to educate our farmers with this new technology, drone, ICT, IoT, okay? So, and good agriculture practices. When they follow that, like Malaysia, we have my gap, Malaysia gap. Malaysia, good agriculture practices. So you will have value for your fresh produce for you to export. Easily can export, okay? And okay, 3 pillars again. Again, you see, when we talk about social dynamic, trust is the important element. Without trust, farmer will not share water or machine. It is a non-negotiable foundation of every collective system. And information is the biggest wealth, actually, wealth kekayaan. Open communication of course, prevent pest destruction, financial loss, information being shared to build the resilience, to build the resilience. And we need the collective action. When you are individual or you are solo, you are weak. When you are with the community, you are very powerful. So organized group unlock resources no individual can access alone. Okay, cannot be accessed alone. So this is, I'm putting everything together. Okay, of course, with the help of AI, so I can come up with a wonderful framework. Okay. Social capital, just now when we talk about social capital, we need bonding, we need bridging, and we need linking. To form or to structure or to design the social capital. Okay, of course, trust is the biggest element, and we need a good communication process. The effect of lead farmer, warung hub, and of course, digital tools for this digital era, and collective action from Gotong Royong, Subak, Boktan group. Okay, these 3 pillars where we can develop our social capital, develop our communication, and enrich or make our collective action strong. Okay, mutually need to be reinforced, strengthen one, and the others will grow stronger too. Okay, so we have to strengthen everything: social capital, communication, and collective action. Okay, and now the most resilient farming community are those that blend inherited wisdom with modern tool. Okay, as I say, this is warisan. Okay, of course, we need to boost this warisan with the modern tool. Okay, traditional practices like gotong royong and pranata mangsa remain relevant, but are amplified and should be amplified by WhatsApp group, market apps, and satellite weather data. The goal is not replace social dynamic with technology, but to use technology to strengthen existing social network. 3 takeaway for student. Okay, one is read the social landscape first. Okay, before introducing any new practice, map the trust network, lead farmers and communication up in the community. 2, work through lead farmers, adoption spread through observation and peer influence with not top-down instruction. Okay, identify and engage respected community voices. 3rd, strengthen collective structure. The community need to be strengthened. Collective action multiplies the impact of every intervention you make in the field. To change agriculture, okay, I'm closing now, Linda, Ibu Linda. To change agriculture, you must understand the farmer, not just the plant. The soil provides life, but the community provides resilience. Okay, I think that's all. These are my reference. And thank you very much. Dr. Linda, I done, I think. Sorry, Dr. Linda. Oh, okay. Dr. Linda. Hello? Boleh dengar ke? Line ke?
Pak Jaki, suara saya kedengeran nggak ya? Saya takut nggak kedengeran sih suaranya.
Dr.
Dr. Nal,
Dinda, I can't.
you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
sorry.
very,
Small, yeah.
very small. Just now, very small. Now,
Sorry,
okay.
sorry. Okay,
Ah,
thank you very much, Dr. Nalini, for the insightful presentation today. From the material entitled The Heart of the Field, Understanding Social Dynamic in Farming Community, we learned the farming community are not only built by economic activity, right? But also by social relationship, trust, communication, and cooperation among farmers. Thank you very much, Dr. Nalini. And now,
thank you.
we will continue to our second speakers. Dear student, if you have any question for Dr. Nalini, please keep them for discussion session later. You may ask your question directly by opening your microphone or by writing them in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Nalini. Can
Thank
you
you,
close
Dr. Dinda.
your
Sorry for delay.
It's okay, thank you. But you can close your presentation, Dr. Nalini. Maybe
Okay. Stop
Dr.
share.
Yigit stop share.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I already
Okay,
done.
thank you very much. Okay, our second speaker today is Mr. Yigit Ulukent from Ankara University. He is currently a research assistant and Ph.D. candidate at the Department of Agriculture Economic Ankara University. His academic interests include agriculture economic, sustainability, agricultural land policy, and climate-related agricultural issues. He has also participated in many international academic activity, conference, and research programs in different countries. Please welcome Mr. Yigit Ulukent. The time is yours. Hello, Mr.
Hello. I will join the Zoom with my computer, but I will stay on the tablet for my camera because my computer's camera is very bad. I
But
think I'm
okay.
at the Zoom meeting. 1 second.
Okay, it's okay. I will wait.
Here I am.
Recording in progress.
1 second. Hello, everyone. Just like you introduced me, I'm Yiğit. I'm working as a PhD candidate and full-time research assistant. It can be called as an academic work, but we are also students and also doing everything in the department job. As far as I remember, September 2024, Professor Zuhud and I forgot like many professors came to our faculty. It's located in Türkiye, the capital city Ankara. We are one of the most oldest faculties of agriculture in Middle East in terms of higher education. I will share my presentation. 1 second. Hold on. I guess. Um, hmm. So my presentation will be about macroeconomic shifts in Türkiye in terms of agricultural. We will generally discuss on the rural transformation, and I kind of focused on gender dynamics and also family dynamics and how agricultural labor works in modern times and starting from 1920s. It's not going to be taking a long time. We will discuss many things. 1 second. Slide mode. I found it. Guys, for many of you, if you don't know, Turkey is located in close to Middle East and Europe and close to Ukraine Georgia, Armenia, Iran, Syria, Syria, and Iraq, and also Greece. From the western side, we are close to Europe, and we have Mediterranean climate. From the point that you see on the left side, we grow many different agricultural products because Türkiye differs in geographical site. Like in the middle, we have kind of dry climate seasons and plateaus that enables to us to grow crops, wheat, field crops, like in big field crops. We have fresh vegetables, lots of animal husbandry. We have sheep, goats. Most of the goats and the sheep were quite traditional for Turkish cuisine, even in the Ottoman period, because like in many times we grow sheep and small herders. These were the main animal husbandry options for the inner regions and Mediterranean regions of Turkey, because not like cows, sheep and goats require different treatments and big closed farm facilities. So it's quite important in Turkey, and also because in the northern, southern, and western, and nearly the eastern side, and also Istanbul, even in Istanbul and close areas, fishery is quite developed. And interestingly, tropical fruits becoming something important in the southern regions of Turkey. In Antalya, it's quite the climate is close to kind of semi-tropical, but also Mediterranean. So people are growing tropical fruits, citrus fruits in the southern regions. It's becoming a thing, and also we have a big olive production schemes in the Mediterranean climate side. We have one of the biggest olive produce in Europe. We are going with Italy and Greece in terms of that. And also for the northern side, I want to say about we are also the biggest tea drinker, one of the biggest tea drinkers in the world. Turkish tea and tea consumption is quite high, and the tea is grown in the northern side. It's mountainous, the mountain side is parallel to the sea, so it makes it available for tea production, because the humid, when it rises, the climate became quite rainy. You can think about it's tropical, but it's kind of cold up there. So I will continue. I just wanted to give you a brief introduction if you are not familiar for the Turkish geography, Turkey's geography, and also I was able to go to East Asia for 3 times. I have been to Singapore and Japan, and I hope like in the future I can go to. I really want to visit Indonesia and maybe Malaysia, because I'm quite interested too. Before starting, I just want to give you a brief introduction for you to understand the sociological and in terms of family structure and the agricultural structure, because I think it's one of the before modern Turkish Republic, in Turkish Republic right now, we were Ottoman Empire. It was an empire that stretched from Anatolia to Europe, to Middle East, and to Northern Africa, and also to Caucasians. And it was an agricultural society in basic. In Ottoman Empire, the Turkish population mostly resided in rural areas. They were farmers, full-time farmers. The government leased them land because of their success in wars, and Ottoman Empire were forming up their military, and they were going to Middle East, and from Middle East, like 100,000 soldiers went to Europe. It was a life on the road. But many of the soldiers were also full-time farmers. They were called Sipahi, and they were getting income from the government, and also they were getting land from the government, and they cultivated. They formed villages, like modern day villages in Türkiye, rural areas, and many people that we are like, even my family, we went to an urban area in 1980s. My family, my mother and father went to studies, higher studies in big cities, but their families were farmers. And before the foundation of the republic, they probably were farmers too. So it was a system like that. In peacetime, people were farming. In wartime, the male person or their boys and uncles went to war. Their families continued the agricultural work. This provided the system to continue as an agricultural society. And if we see what happened after, like the world changed after the world wars, and we had an independence war. After the collapse or the loss of power of Ottoman Empire, the soldiers, some soldiers from Ottoman Empire, they were high-ranked soldiers, went into the Anatolia, the inner regions of Türkiye, and formed an alliance to fight against. I'm not going to be say imperialistic powers, but it was like different powers, like Greece, Italy, different forces, even France came into Anatolia. They fought with them, and they formed a republic after winning the war. So now we are a republic, and after the foundation of the republic, the main issue with rural area become, in Ottoman Empire, people who farm, people who live in the rural areas were not having had the ownership of the land. They were farming, but the ownership of the land in the end is owned by the Sultanate. So it became something like, now we are a republic, so we have to be giving land to the farmers for them to also increase the agricultural production and welfare, because the population, especially the male population, after the First World War, I don't know if you know, the Ottoman Empire was a site in the First World War with Germany, and we have lost many people in different places, like in Middle East, in Medina, in Palestine. Our forces went into the Anatolia after getting big losses from Caucasians fighting with different powers, and in Europe getting into Anatolia. So the male population was on a break, and the chiefs of the First Republic decided to get an agricultural law, a farmer law. It was first in that time, to give land, to take agriculture from a practical side to a theoretical side. And after the first government, in 1950, a different government came. This government is more into liberal policies, especially in agriculture, because the workforce in total was in agriculture. Like, people were living in rural areas in 1950s. We had big cities like Istanbul. It was always a big capital. If you see about that, like there were like, it's quite cosmopolitan city. But in Ankara, our new capital after the foundation of the republic, we had new urban areas, and these urban areas are also this is something discussed. The urban areas, for them to develop and expand, you need people from different areas. So it's also become a policy. In 1950s, tractors are introduced to our agricultural system, and tractors and different agricultural machinery, and with the usage of pesticides and different agricultural techniques, it increased agricultural welfare in that time and also the produce rate. But it's also triggered a rural to urban migration wave. So after the 1980s, the neoliberal policies and new constitution, we are seeing agricultural employment share start to plummeted from 70% down to nearly 15 and 20%. And also it's still decreasing because of the shift. Even if you are living in the rural area became quite compact with the urban area in many areas. Like in Ankara, it's one of the most important agricultural production areas. Ankara is a big city, you know. It stretches from north to south. We are living in an urban side of it, but when you go 50 kilometers north or east or west, you are seeing different agricultural shifts. And people are still living there, but they are not full-time farmers most of the time. Their families, their sons, daughters who reached of age 20 years, 25 years, are going to the city center to work or study in different jobs. They even become doctors, engineers in corporate business, but they still kind of connect with the rural side. And also it goes with full-time farmer people. I know people, even some professors, who are living in the urban area, but they are also doing farming when they are in their free time in weekends. So it became something. We can talk about, but in different cities, like not very developed in urban options, we can still talk about people depending on agriculture as a uh, vital thing, vital thing for income and welfare, and doing it as a living thing. So when you look at this in sociological aspect, we can talk about Marx. The How can I say, now Turkey is in a shift, and we don't have a classic peasant who just produces. We are talking about a system, agribusiness framework in terms of a capitalist system. I'm not saying it in an offensive way. It's just a thought. It's causing a big shift, and we are seeing the effect of it. So as we are seeing, like the rural areas, we are thinking about, you know, like 10 years ago, a rural area that I've been constantly going to my family's originated place. I'm seeing people even have high-speed internet system there. They started using drones or renting out drones. They are forming up cooperatives, agricultural technology and technical uh, device cooperatives that uses, like flying drones. Drones are making spatial analysis, etc. So just like in the world, we are seeing this shift in rural areas that connects the rural area with the urban area in terms of technology. So this is something that I really want to talk about. I'm pretty sure that it's also something common for us and for many societies, especially when we think about the lineage systems, etc., and also like cultural systems in like for Western societies, I'm not sure about that, but for Eastern societies, for Muslim societies, it's something. So when we see about the lineage protection, it goes within biological ways that it's ancestral inheritance. Like it's family thing, like your surname. For SOP, it means socio-political continuity. It represents the ideological and metaphysical identity of the group. So soil, that lineage we are talking about is your family, the people that you're biologically connected with. You share a lineage, but you have different people in your village or in your system that you are having information change all your life. They also people who are far from how can I say that, they are part of your family, but also they might not be close parts of your family, but you are in the same ideological and cultural group. The other thing is the aşiret group. So when we think about the system, the family system, aşiret groups are quite seen in the eastern parts of Turkey. We are, because like in the eastern part, just like I said, there are some very big production areas, very important production areas for field crops. Before the foundation of the Republic times, the eastern parts are also producing agricultural products, but not in this rate. So the governments, after the foundation, wanted to increase the agricultural products, and the only thing that they seen that time, like it was so important, if they brought irrigation to the eastern parts of Turkey, they seen like those plateaus, those big areas, can become with their fertile soil. It's the places that I'm talking about is in the middle of a big stream that goes to Syria and Iraq, that feeds the fertile basins of those places. So they controlled the water and made the agricultural production groups in southern parts of Turkey quite productive that time. And when we are talking about this, we are seeing these groups, the big agricultural groups, and as aşiret, because like they are connected with each other, they have a common, besides the common law, they are organizations that have cultural laws and different aspects that are going processes with them. So it's quite important. The other thing is, as far as you know, like in rural areas, it's more of a common, because like you are in the common law, the government laws, you are living as a citizen, but you have also family laws, just like we thought. When you see about that, a person to be decide, make decisions for his or her own, it's becoming something sometimes hard, sometimes supportive. This is quite like changing nowadays, but sometimes when it's becoming hard, the family can be become a block or border for this person to be passed. So it's the other psychological aspect. So the thing that I want to talk about, like many people who are living in urban areas in Turkey, you know, like in Eids, like how can I say, Bayrams, in after Ramadan, we have 10 days holiday. So if you are working in an urban area, you decide to go to your village. If it's close, if it's far, people are going with planes, they're going into their cars. Like think about a five-seater family car. People are just getting in, three people, four people, and they fill up the place with goods that they want to take their village to their elders from the city. Like they can be gifts, etc. People are going to see their elders in the village, and from a research I've seen, it's quite important for many people. Like nearly, how can I say that? Every person they have asked, they are quite connected with people, elders, their family members in rural areas. So one thing is, when you see about the urban population and, you know, like families, even we are living in this city for 30 years. Our family members are in mainly different cities, and some of them in urban areas, some of them in rural areas. So when you think about that, family is quite important for us. The other thing is that I want to talk about. So what I wanted to refer here, even the rural areas in the previous slide, it's probably like goes with the same in Indonesia, Malaysia, and it's something that's rooted in societies like us. That's what I've seen in my travels to different countries, even in Scandinavia, Western Europe, and Eastern Asia and Middle East. Being connected with the family, even if you have become an urban citizen, even if your family members are in a rural area that are completely living a daily life different from yours, it's quite important, and it's a important social integrity. It shows that even the rural population declines, it still continues the connection, and this connection might be something important to study or make research about, even for government officials, because if now Türkiye's government policies in agricultural side mostly includes the rural areas to be repopulated or kind of taken into an account that people make farming as a part-time thing or increase their production by joining the rural area systems. So the other thing that we are seeing as a problematic thing, because like the woman in agriculture, I have read a research about the silk, not silk, but there's a bug that makes cotton, cotton bug. In Indonesia, this research was conducted in Indonesia. It says that refers to a concept, traditional ecological knowledge. I've seen it as a very important thing because in Turkey it's just like the same. Women in rural areas, like it's my grandmother was, like a carpet maker. The carpets in Turkey, the old Turkish carpets with motifs on it, are quite important. The women were making a hard time to make a carpet, and the carpets were also very popular in United Kingdom, different countries, European, and like in United States, there's quite a big market. People are coming to Turkey to buy these carpets directly from the producers. They have even they have investment firms. I can say that it's an important industry, and when you go there, this carpet that costs $10,000, it's a big carpet. Just say the motifs are making it traditional. A woman made it. A group of women made it who lived in rural area. They have, made an asset for that. So when we think about the rural areas, if we more focus it on traditional ecological knowledge in terms of daily life in rural areas or agricultural production, we can say that women hold the genetical resources. They packed, they hold seeds that will be used in the following production periods. They are quite interested in husbandry of the animals. They follow up, think about a herd or 20 sheeps. The man goes with the sheeps to pastry to fields to make them like, how can I say that? I kind of forgot the word. But the woman controls these sheep and goats most of the time. The health issues, they kind of follow up with the housing issues, with children health, with elders health. It's all in their hands. So when we think about that, the main issues that we are seeing in Turkey's rural dynamics is women who full-time working at the house and also in the field, in every part of the agricultural life are not insured because they are not registered as a worker. So it makes a problem because they are not going to be, even if they spend 10 hours every day for production, for housekeeping, for also for this ecological knowledge that they put into their daily life, they are not going to be retired. They are not going to be receiving retirement wage. I don't know if it's also a common problem in Indonesia or Malaysia. I'm kind of interested. Maybe we can discuss it later. But male population who also works in the fields, the hard work, like they are going in the 5 in the morning, going to the field, opening the irrigation system, uh, walking around the field and going to buy the agricultural inputs, the hard work, maybe carrying up stuff, and also, but women also carry up stuff as far as we see. So it must be something common, and even the rural male population, the males are not also insured. The insurance rate is not high. So this kind of the shifts are going. We can discuss it in these two subtexts. Land fragmentation is also an issue because, like in Türkiye, we have a land. Just let's discuss. It's 10 hectares. I'm doing a wheat production. I have a tractor that goes into my field. I just go around my field in a circle or in a different way. But my other field is 15 hectares, but it's fragmented. I have neighbors to get into my parcel. So it's an issue, and this issue is quite deepened in different places. So it quite affects the agricultural production and the inheritance rates, because when you think about that, when an elder passes away, they give the inheritance to their daughters, sons, and maybe the other relatives if they don't have any children. But the land goes fragmented. It's treated like a house in the urban area, but it's about agriculture. The land should be stay compact, not fragmented, because it needs to be in a like one piece for the agricultural production to be more consistent. The other thing is so, and also, like just like we talk about the woman's side in psychological side, when we think about the global agrarian context and Anatolian rural reality in terms of local structural barriers for rural women, the asset ownership rate in the world, depending on United Nations data, women own less than 15% of global agricultural lands. And when we see about Türkiye, it's quite concentrated. Only 1 to 2% of land titles are directly held by females. It's quite an interesting thing. I'm just like I discussed, now Turkey's southern Mediterranean side is quite touristic. There are many hotels, summer houses, like very luxury urban areas are getting growing. But 50 years ago, 40 years ago, even 20 years ago, many of these places were not considered as precious places for build up environment. People were going to these places. It's quite beautiful, by the way. Like when you go there, it's like the Dolce Vita life. It's like Italy or sand, very good Mediterranean Sea, other environmental amenities that they have. It's quite beautiful, but in old times, the people who lived there and still living there, decided to give these areas to women, to their daughters, because like these places are not very good for agricultural production, for field production. They kept the inner areas for their sons. They gave them because, like, you see, son, this place is greatest for this big parcel that we have in the inner region is great. I will give this place to you, and I will give the seaside to my daughter, because like it's not good for agricultural production. But now in southern sides, many of the land ownership, maybe it's for the men, but the seaside places are quite expensive, and now women are quite rich in southern side. They're like maybe the grandmothers of that time became rich, and now the women are giving up their asset to their grandchildren nowadays. So for the labor recognition in the world, have a statistical undercounting of subsistence farming worldwide, and the unpaid family workers is quite important and needs to be discussed in Turkey. For the credit access, the women are in a microfinance dependency with interest risks, but in Turkey, because they are kind of not seen by the domestic commercial credit firms and banks, because they don't have land titles or commercial access as a title, as a farmer to this. And decision-making processes, it puts women in, I'm pretty sure that's something that also our professors discuss. Like in the house, the father might seem
Sorry, Dr. Yigit.
guys, sorry.
Okay,
Someone called me
Oh, it's
from
okay.
my iPad. I received a call. I will join the Zoom again. Maybe I can continue from here. 1 second.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Yigit.
Okay. 1 second, guys. And also, when we see about how agriculture is supported and how women is, and also like different children are included in not constitutional, like commercial processes. We have IPART projects. It gives grants to women. It diversifies the funding regimes. It's kind of positively affects women in agriculture. We have development, rural and regional and national development agencies that support women agricultural businesses. We have NGOs. We have like, just like we said, the traditional ecological knowledge. It's something that in NGOs even discuss. People have seen that in agricultural production, women are one of the most important providers, because like men produce, we can see it like that to make it basic. Men produce tomatoes, women make the tomatoes into soup. It's quite a traditional and important soup called Uşak tarhana. And there are women cooperatives, production cooperatives are forming up. And just like we said, people in the Mediterranean side of Turkey, we have olive orchards that are quite important. And when you see about the women who work on making olive oil, packing olive oil, packing fresh olives, and making, like I don't know if it's a kind of traditional cuisine thing, but eating olives, it's kind of women business in Turkey. So it's quite supported by NGOs and development agencies in terms of production, not directly in farm production, but house production. And also local municipalities, they have producer women markets. We can say about different examples. And it kind of includes the woman to be more into marketing, because like when you form up woman farmers market, you eliminate wholesale exploitation. It's quite important. Women directly sell the product that they put their work on. So when the customer comes to their stall, the woman can say, "Oh, you know, I produced this product in 10 hours with giving this much of effort," and they can talk about the dynamics of the production schemes, and even the buyer will say, "Oh, okay, I will be buying a very farmer-friendly, eco-friendly product." So we can pass this slide because it's kind of a deep discussion thing. I don't know if I have time. I guess I have passed my time, right? Or getting close. Okay. Just like I said, like when we think about the sociological change and the production schemes in Türkiye, the family is an important thing, but in my opinion, and also in many people who work professionally in these professions opinion, the unpaid women workers, the women laborers that form up the base of the agricultural society, the rural society, needs to be put in a different way, in a more commercial way, because the agriculture is also commercializing. The agricultural food product prices are increasing, but the agricultural family stays the same. They also need to be get commercialized in terms of their basic citizen rights. That's what I can say. Thank you for listening. I hope everyone I can't hear you. Is it 1 second? 1 second. Thank you. Now I can hear you as far as I said.
Budinda, tak dengar.
Sorry.
I can't hear you,
You can hear.
Budinda.
Yeah, you can hear me. Sorry.
Now, yeah.
Yes.
Now, yeah.
Oh, microphone has trouble. Sorry. You can hear me now?
Yeah. Now, okay.
Thank you very much to Mr. Yigit Ulukent from the insightful presentation today. From this season, we learned the rural community in the Turkey have experienced major transformation due to mechanization, modernization, and digitalization in agriculture. And hopefully, today's session broadens our understanding of the social and economic dynamics behind agriculture in transformation. Thank you once again to our speakers and all participants. And ladies and gentlemen, we will now open the question and answer session. For the participant who would like to ask question, please raise your hand or write your question in the Zoom chat. Using this format, maybe name, class, question. Okay, we will start. Come on, the students. Okay. Okay, there's question in the meeting chat, the room chat. Maybe I can read the question. Thank you very much. This question from Jindan. Thank you very much for your presentation, Dr. Nalini and Dr. Yigit. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Jindan from the Agribusiness Study Program at UMA. I would like to ask Dr. Nalini and Dr. Yigit, do you think the population of a country has a significant impact on this food security? Because even though the human population in increasing, the number of farmers nowadays tends to decrease. Maybe Dr. Nalini can answer first.
Thanks, Budinda.
Okay.
And thanks to Jindan
Jindan.
with the
Yes.
question. Yes, Jindan. Yeah, the numbers are worrying actually because our production is not that much and the population size is increasing. And as I mentioned in my slide presentation, food security is a main issue of global issue actually. But a lot of strategy and action plan been done to make sure that we have enough food in our table. And we in Malaysia are blessed because we don't have any issue yet. But still, we can see there is a person who never eat for 1 day or 2 days. There are a group of people in Malaysia due to the poverty level. Okay, it's not means that they don't have food. They're not able to get the food. No income to access for the food. So in terms of food security, we are with God blessing, we are safe now. Okay, maybe I don't know because we have Antara virus now. Still, I don't know Indonesia is alert with the virus or not. It's not like COVID, but the cases are quite alarming as well. Tak tahulah ibu dekat Indonesia mereka ada alert dengan this virus atau tidak lah. Ada kot kerana dia nampak macam worrying lah. So when this all happen, then supply chain will be disturbed, and even this recent war dekat Iran and when they close the Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, yes, supply chain is disturbed, and definitely the issue of food security is there. And again, FAO, Food Agriculture Organization, and with their own plan, strategy plan, everything, they are making action as well to overcome these food security issues. Okay. So that's why I can say, of course, increasing population, definitely, yeah, the issue is there, but government with strategies to overcome the issues.
That's right. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you.
Nalini. Thank you for your explanation. Okay, maybe Dr. Yigit, you can answer this question, please.
Thank you, Professor Nalini, and thank you for the question, dear Jinda. My answer will be, if we didn't even go to rural areas, if we take everyone in the rural areas to urban areas, and the population will be 0 or 1 in a certain village, and we form up agricultural technology that's controlled from our iPads, our computers, tractors, and harvesting machines, irrigation machines automatically doing a farmer's job. We can also think about, if everyone is going to be in the urban areas and be direct consumers of agricultural products, people who produce, what will they be doing in emergency situations? Like, even people who live in rural areas that produces 10 tons of wheat with agricultural machinery, but a small family holder farm that produces like 50 kilograms of tomatoes in a certain period. They even do a production in that area. So the production portions or the production strategies differs in commercialized big farms and family farms, but staying in the rural area and doing production in many ways, just by staying there, you kind of connect with the issues and you kind of become a government agency there just by yourself. It's becoming being a citizen scientist in my opinion.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Yigit. I think it's clear for Jindan, right? Okay, one more question from Muhammad Rashid. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Muhammad Rashid Al-Hadi from Agribusiness Class A. I would like to ask a question. In some rural areas, Many women work in the agriculture sector by helping their husband or family in the fields. However, the work is often considered only as helping the family, so they do not receive fixed wage, health insurance, or labor protection. In addition, many farmers still work informally due to the lack of the government attention and policy related to the protection in agriculture workers. In your opinion, is this condition more caused by rural community culture that has become a habit, or by weak government policies is protection agricultural works? Maybe this question for Dr. Yigit, right?
Yes, thank you for the question. And also the question, in my opinion, includes an explanation of the situation in a great way. If the government wants to combat these issues, they can do it by making intact policies to change the family and belief, the cultural codes. But it's quite hard to do, in my opinion, because like many families, even families who live in the urban areas, women who are not employed in anything, just working at the house labor, we can consider them, if we consider them as house laborers, even these women, they don't know about the concept of being in employment and getting employment rights. For rural areas, it's quite hard to combat this issue. But if it's going to be a government policy, I'm pretty sure that it will kind of affect the cultural codes. It should affect the cultural codes, because even the culture stays the same. It's not directly going to shapeshift the culture, but it's something that we need to be doing because like we are living in 2020s, and if something happens to the husband of that woman, this woman needs to be getting a consistent wage and social protection. These kind of different situations happens, and woman and the family as a code, if you think family as a cultural code, needs to be this kind of protection. It's quite basic right, in my opinion. Thank you for that. And I also join your comment that it's became a rural community culture. It's became a habit, and this habit needs to be changed, and this needs to be told that it's not something that will change the family structure, the cultural code.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Dr. Yigit. And now one question again. I think this is question for Dr. Yigit, but maybe can Dr. Nalini too. Has your country ever experienced a crisis in the agricultural sector, and how did the government and local communities respond to the situation? Maybe Dr. Nalini can answer how in Malaysia, maybe. Please, Dr. Nalini.
Okay, thank you, Ibudi. And Delis, thank you for the question. In Malaysia, we have only two disaster. One is really hot sun, kemarau. We call it as kemarau, and flood. Okay, banjir. So these two incidents currently is very hot sun. The weather is very hot, and definitely it's damaged the crop. Okay, so now newly government introduced insurance for certain important crop, not all the crop, certain important crop where the farmers can get certain money, okay, for their farming activity. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, Malaysian government really love the farmers, and a lot of subsidies been given. And I'm one of the person who against the subsidy, because sometimes subsidy make them lazy, and they wait for the government to give them money, and the money, to work in their farm activities. So that is a plus point and a minus point, and that is my answer lah. And once again, government really loves these farmers. So no issue. Of course, if you go and ask the farmer, they have a lot of complaints. But for me, they are given a lot of opportunity and as well as a grant fund to help their farm activities when there is a disaster. Okay, that
Okay.
is my answer.
Thank you, Dr. Nalini. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Maybe Dr. Yigit can answer how about in Turkey?
Thank you, Dr. Nalini. I also join your comment that government in also in your country, in our country, in Europe, in European Union countries, in Russia, in United States, the farming and agricultural business is supported quite differently from other sectors. In crisis times, this goes from free credits, zero interest credits, and very different incentives. So the government kind of operates, just like you said, different when it's the agricultural sector is like the favorite child of the family. And for us, like we are sometimes having climatic crises from the recent times. Like last year, we received quite like in the blossom season, like the fruit trees, we received, how can I say, frost in different regions, very important production regions. So as a country that the people of this, the consumers who eat cherries every production period, we never seen cherries in last year. This year, it sometimes happens in different production areas, but for this production and consumption side, the government protection is kind of works differently. But in a complete agricultural and food security crisis, I guess we have never had a complete crisis in terms of agricultural sector. But the fruit production producers received a local crisis, and this affected the whole country. But we continue eating bananas and citrus fruits, etc. I guess your microphone is closed.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Dear student, any question? Maybe one question more. But I think I have question for Dr. Nalini, please.
Yes,
Dr. Nalini,
yeah.
in today's digital era, where younger generation rely more on social media and online communication, how can farming communities maintain strong social capital and traditional community trust while also adapting to modern technology? Dr.
How
Nalini?
farmers, you mean?
Yes, yes. In a digital era, maybe, Dr. Nalini.
That is because digital era something that necessity today worlds and for all kind of industry and especially to agriculture. That's the intention what government are pushing all our farmers, even though our farmers are aged group farmers, for them to deliver the new knowledge is a bit difficult for them to understand. So government trying, even recently I went to one, I did one workshop section to teach these farmers on social media, how to utilize the social media. But we have to put in their language and we have to show them numbers when they involve in digital or social media. Okay, you have to show the number, okay, now you are using traditional method, this is your income. When you use social media, this is your income is double or triple. When they see the numbers, then their mindset will change. There will be a thinking at you have to show them numbers, then they believe. So it's a process which take time. You cannot change everything in one day because we are talking about age group. But when we talk about youth group, different group, they don't have any problem for that. To adapt their situation. So you have to make them in two different category. So you have to deal with these two different category differently. You apply different strategy and you group them different because this age group way to tackle them is different. You have to teach them, really teach them. And teaching them means you show them the numbers. Then they will be very excited. And in that way, we can really involve them in this digital era. I don't know, I did answer your question or not. Is one of because I involve, so I know how to like deal with this aged group people because they are stubborn. They are stubborn group to accept a new thing. For them, they think whatever they are doing is right. So you show them numbers, then they will change. So I don't know, I did answer or not. Okay. Can't hear you. Your audio.
We can't hear, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Sorry.
Yeah. Now can.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nalini and Dr. Yigit. I think this is so clear, and this question and answer is so we can close. And before we close the session, let us have a group photo together.
Yeah, sure.
Please turn on your camera. Come on. All participants.
Thank you, Ibu Dinda, and thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you, Dr.
Zuhur,
Nalini.
for this wonderful opportunity, and nice knowing you, Dr. Yigit.
Okay,
Thank
all
you,
participants.
Professor. I have learned a lot from your presentation too, and thank you for your understanding and good sense of teaching. I was quite joined into the session.
Thank you.
Vice
Oke,
versa.
semuanya
Thank you.
teman-teman boleh dinyalakan kameranya. Kita mau foto bareng. Boleh open kamera. Sorry, Dr. Nalini. Udah sama ini.
Apa. Student, I know, I understand.
Oke, boleh dinyalakan kameranya semuanya. Oke, saya tunggu.
Nanti Ibu hantar gambar ya.
Iya, saya akan screenshot. Oke, nyalakan lagi kameranya. Boleh dinyalakan. Oke. Pak Jaki di sini, are you there, Dr. Jaki? Okay, I will screenshot. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, once more. Yes, wait a minute. Maybe you can thumb once more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Yigit, and thank you very much, Dr. Nalini.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.